Good evening, everybody. Hello to Lugia, Coulter, Bill, Magic Dog, as well as Possum and Pepper. Hello, Pepper had to leave, so have a good night, Pepper. This is just the music that was on this screen, Possum, so it's not like I properly curated it. It's just, that's what was here. Trial 5 was interesting. I guess I don't have any complaints about it. I don't think that person's actually dead. That's my guess, at least. If there was this whole setup thing going on, it's possible that the corpse that we saw wasn't actually the corpse of that student. But I mean, otherwise, the student, if you were gonna kill the person off right away, that's how you had to do it without you even really seeing them, because that's like so absurdly awful that it's hilarious. As opposed to like, they introduce themselves, they're kind of there, and then they die, and you're like, what was the point? They at least presented it in an interesting way, assuming the person's actually dead. Otherwise, I would like more of the character. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Started a little late because I was doing lawyer work, so I'm gonna have to do some more after stream before I go to bed, so timing is going to kind of determine how far we go tonight, so we'll see. But I hope everybody else is having a good night. Looks like the sound is back where it should be, which is good. Okay. All right, let's get going. So we killed Kyoko, got the hilariously disturbing alternate ending. Yeah, no worries, Stubba. Speaking of which, actually, there are a couple things we need to do before we start. First of all, shout out to Talvez. This is what he put together. This shit's going on a shirt. This shit is going on a fucking shirt. Oh man, that is some fucking quality art right there. I've been racking my brain for months over how am I gonna do Sadness as a buff shirt, because it's either too ridiculous or too bland, my ideas. Then Talvez just fucking knocked it out of the park with this. Also, I appreciate that you made me look a little buffer than Cloud, actually. Then, alright, so we added Chihiro honorarily, since Alter Ego was the one that saved us with his, like, dying breath. So, but today, we finally do it. There we go. Aoi has officially been replaced. Hashtag always count on your alter ego, 100%. To my credit, I did predict this is probably what was gonna happen. But no, I was not into the idea immediately. Now, that's what we have to do. Yeah, we finished chapter 5 at the end of last stream. Hey Matt, how's it going? So here we go. We know who true waifu is. All right, let's get down to it. Oh, actually, first, before we start. Well, yeah, it's a waifu sprite. You gotta just choose a sprite with her looking indifferent. Hey, Orion, what's up? I still don't know who the Mastermind is. I know they implied that it could be one of the students. In which case, my guess would be Hero, because there has to be a reason why that dude is still around. But then again, he tried to kill Sakura, so that wouldn't make any sense. Fuck himself if he did that. I just can't believe that dude's still alive. None of the other kids really fit the profile, to be completely honest, which is a good thing because I don't really know. I always thought it was a separate person. I never bought into the whole it was the 16th student thing. That seemed too convenient, but I'm not sure now. It could be one of the students. Not the 16th though. Only because, like, he should be dead and somehow he's not. That's my best reasoning. It's not great. He's only around because I let him. Yeah, there you go. He was scared of Sakura, but still, like, he could have fell to his own game there. But yeah, it's not like he legitimately felt threatened. But I don't know. I feel like the Mastermind can't control Monokuma on his own. Or like, without him being in his wherever he is, that Monokuma room. And the fact that Monokuma's been around with every single student seems to imply that he can't be one of the students. Unless they can remote control him that way somehow. Or they had the 16th student do it. I don't know. Alright, let's just get into it. The ultimate despair, a group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. It could just be Fenrir, like as a group. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Right now. Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the Mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. Yo, what's up, JB? Hey, Coulter. No, Aoi didn't die. Literally. Figuratively, she died as my waifu. Because at this point, you gotta go with the homie that's got your back. And the homie that's got your back, more so than anyone else, is Kyoko. That's true too. Yeah, I think whatever happens, it seems to fit with the emotions it's tend to have elicited up until this point, right? She probably smells like bad Robin, but then again, so do we, and she still wants to save us, so. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. And Monokuma's here again. Welcome. We've escaped your little trap. We were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Like an actual fight. This game has turned into a 2D fighter. Round 1, fight. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. They really have to do... Okay. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help take my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My father's always seen it that way. Then is your family really famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Oh, but how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, because we take pride in it.
Indeed.
Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must do to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up the info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
Oh, no worries, Daisy. Welcome back. I'm sorry to hear that. That is really, truly terrible. Hopefully it leaves you alone. Are you able to get somebody to leave him alone? Kyoko's Naoto? I actually kind of like her more than Naoto. I did like Naoto. Part of the issue is that Naoto gets revealed like a little later, whereas you're with Kyoko basically from the beginning. So Kyoko has that advantage, right? And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You've had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me, because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? Fuck no! Tell that dude he's a fucking asshole! But it's not true.
However.
But there's one thing. One thing that I can never forgive. Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They always saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of this shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family in order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. So this is interesting in that I thought she was somehow connected to the secret of the school, and she kind of is, but not really. She didn't actually expect any of this to happen, it seems. Because the reason that she went to Hope's Peak wasn't like if she knew she was gonna get into all this, I'm sure she would have reconsidered. It's disturbing, but also kind of funny in that how disturbing it was that they're all just like, yep, this is our life. And I'm like, this is awful. Yeah, that makes sense. That's just part of her personality. Although as a detective, I'm assuming that it's also part of her personality to actually explain things. Does it surprise me? Yeah, I said in the last stream that it was more mundane than I expected it to be. I actually expected her to be the ultimate soldier. That Mikuro Ukasaba ended up, Ukubasa, whatever the fuck her name is, ended up being. So her being the ultimate detective was more mundane, but it was also good. Like, I like that that's her thing. It fits her character. So narratively, it's great. Twitter was shit today. Just today. Kind of always shit. Why did Kyoko turn to the waifu? Because Kyoko's the homie that's got my back more so than Aoi. I'm not gonna simp for fucking Aoi when Kyoko's the one that's got my back. Caked means to flirt with, attempt to get with, that sort of thing. It's our slang for that. Well, I don't know where it came from, but I know our group used it a lot, just within our group though, in high school and in college. But I never really heard anybody else use that term before. But that's why we have SOG cake. Hey, members. Talvez left. Where's any other members here? JB, you're here, aren't you? Throw some SOG cakes in the chat. Nobody in their right mind, Daisy. Except Hero, probably. Yeah, Aoi apparently in that alternate universe. Or that daydream of Makoto's head. That's just daydream Aoi, though. That's not real Aoi. Someone was trying to start a fight with me by accusing me of stuff. Yeah, that sounds like Twitter. I know Zara was having that same issue. He's posting about that in Discord. People are just fucking shit, man. There you go. There's SOG cake. You'd cake his hair? His hair is one of his worst qualities. It's awful. Although it is its own person, so if you did want to cake it, it is its own person at least. In order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he'd forgotten about me years ago. You never forget about your child, even if you leave them. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? I don't think so, personally. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead I said nothing. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. After I don't know how long, finally reached the top. So, like, as a content creator, we kind of have to have social media to help try to grow the platform, but I don't generally get into stuff on Twitter. Hey, Ventus, how's it going? I agree with that, Orion, 100%. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
We're back. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where it will come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Hatch opened with ease, and so... Looks like we're back. Looks like we're back, but I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but the Mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What do you think is going to happen isn't. Because the Mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So,
The Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the Mastermind let their guard down. There was?
right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it, and it would be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
go?
Let's get going. I don't know, we'll see. We might have to wait till another day, but we shall see. I could have fast traveled, whatever. Google Plus? Yeah, I had one. Didn't really ever do anything with it. My first social media was Facebook, like right when it started opening up to everyone that outside of Harvard, because originally it was just Harvard. Hey Anthony, we just escaped, that's it. Thanks, Orion. Hey Uprising. Thoughts as to what? Just general thoughts? I don't know who the Mastermind is, so that's good.
Well now.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. We're really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to do. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? It's getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. The Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have gripped that by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. See, I would have picked this sprite if I could have found it, but in my very quick search, I did not see it. I guess I don't have... It was interesting. I need the object for something? What object? What? What are you talking about? The last trial was interesting. I didn't really have any problems with it. I honestly... Okay, so I did have one thought. It was both disappointing and understandable that Monokuma killed the 16th student. Because I was really hoping we'd be able to get through this game without Monokuma ever actually interfering, but at the same time, that was probably always very unrealistic. So, understandable. So that's why I never guessed that Monokuma was the one who killed. I have never seen Detective Conan, but that's cool if that's what they did. Yeah, Kyoko replaced Aoi officially now. That's what Kyoko is proposing. It makes the most sense than one of the other students. Because everyone else was together. It would have had to have been somebody that was alone around 7:30. Well, no, I guess we proved that it could have been set up. That it probably was set up to look like that, but it really wasn't. Because I guess it was set up look like that to make Kyoko look like the killer. At this point, it really doesn't matter to me because it's not Makoto, it's not Kyoko. Probably. That's the biggest insult one person could ever deliver to me, Daisy. You must not respect me at all. I see how it is. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice. Especially since it seems very... There are surveillance cameras for when the 16th person died. And if Monokuma was really worried and wanted to combat Kyoko's words, Monokuma could just show footage of what happened. But he's choosing not to. I think that says something. Then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that'd make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our last chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer, of the Mastermind themselves. But what reason would the Mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. Time for bear jokes. So now you suggest... Oh, God. Okay. So what you're suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hopes win out, or will my despair claim victory?
Can barely contain
Let's have
myself.
one final grisly showdown. He agreed. then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around this school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself.
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, well, I'll face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. You remember the rule. When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
Hey.
I just wanted to confirm that is what you said, right? And that it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception? Then it's a part of the regulations? You mean that whoever killed Makuro, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So no, we don't trust him. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? You mad, bruh? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Shoo. Okay, I'm going. Really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyways. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. Yo, what's up, KY? How you doing, my dude? And Trampy. And Dreamer. Depends on how long it takes to get through the investigation. I will decide whether or not I can get through it. I could get through it all if I wanted to, if I wanted to stream for 7 hours or something. It's a matter of do I want to do that. Just Teddy Shadow? I'm not sure who that insults more, because I hated Teddy, but Monokuma's also an asshole, though I love his character, like, conceptually. He plays his role very well. Edgy boy? Yes, Edgeworth would be a compliment, Daisy, yes. Oh, yeah, I uploaded it to the Discord. It should be there, Anthony.
Jesus fucking, are you kidding me?
We were all pretty bad in retrospect. I think Talvez is probably the best player.
Hey.
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. He is having a grand old time. I don't think he's lovable so much as he just plays the villain very well. And it's like, good. I'm supposed to dislike you a lot, and I do. So that means the story is doing what it's supposed to do. And not in like a, I hate you because you're so boring and bad and just, you're a big bag of nothing, you offer nothing sort of way. But in like a, I hate you because I'm supposed to hate you. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. You got a nice cold beverage with you there, KY? Today's drink, I'm going back to wine finally after I destroyed my growlers. Finally, I went through a lot of growlers. Bavarian beer it's good for beer, but it's still beer. Back to wine. This is white. This is my favorite white. KY would appreciate this, as would all Germans. I believe it's German. Focus! Focus, damn you. Oh, it's the light. Well, anyways, it's Gewürztraminer. Gewürztraminer. I can't speak German, so I can't pronunciate. Anyways, it's very good. It's on the sweeter side, but not like Riesling sweet. Yeah, I think the judge is supposed to be the lovable old guy. I personally hate him, but it's for personal reasons, like personal to me reasons. I feel like any attorney should see that judge and be like, this is my least favorite character in this game. Unless they're transactional attorneys that have never been in front of a judge, never had to be in front of a judge. He is a balanced villain, yes, because he has rules that he plays by, which is why I was disappointed to learn that he probably intervened in that prior killing, because that would, if he played by his own rules, then he must die. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle's still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, don't they stand to gain... They don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the Mastermind let his guard down. Let down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read something about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
There you go. Yes, you get me. So you get me. I'm sure my wife, who's a nurse, would also fucking hate some of the characters in that game, some of the nurses. Like, God, what are you doing? Especially that first nurse who was just a dick. Phoenix would be dead. Edgeworth would not be, because he'd basically be Byakuya. Except not as rich. Talking to the judge can be very intimidating. I would not be intimidated to talk to that judge, though, because he's a fucking idiot. Gewürzt. Right, but is it like Gewürzt? Gewürzt? Like that? Gewürzt? Druminer? Würztraminer? Yeah, dude, it's fucking great. I love this. I do prefer the stuff that's a little more carbonated, but the flatter stuff's good too. This is some of the flatter stuff. You know me, I love my carbonation. The bubbles. It's so fun. My wife is a nurse, yes. I don't think elders should get respect just because they're elderly. I firmly believe that. Especially judges that are so incompetent that they probably sent innocent people to their deaths multiple times, many times, because he's just so bad. Is it wrong to assume that? In real life it would be. For this cartoon character, I'm not sure it's so off base. Yeah, Sparkling's just... Yeah, whips are fine in court. Commit crimes by committing battery to other people in court. What a fucking knob. I guess it depends on when Phoenix is going in. I thought of them going in as like from the beginning. I've got a couple people that said they liked Sakura's trial the most. But I'm sure that's a very subjective thing. You can tell me what your favorite was, and I'm sure it's going to be different from some others. I had to talk to judge over a monitor. I was still in jail, but after I got out, I never had to see him again. Some community service and paid some fines, took a class. Still scary, though. Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you're in person or doing it through a TV, this is a person that's going to determine what happens to your freedom for a period of time, or indefinitely, depending on what you did, or allegedly did. That's why I have absolutely no respect for the person like the judge in Phoenix Wright, who's just has no business being in his position. All right, later, KY. Exactly. You were murdered by a 5-year-old in the mafia in VR. How unfortunate. He dunked on you, huh? But that is what you, no matter how much a judge might suck, you don't want to do that. That's not gonna, you're only hurting yourself. I've had to get clients for like, hey, no matter what they say, no matter how stupid somebody might sound, you have to keep your chill. I didn't actually say that, but I'm trying to relate to the young folks. Keep your cool, remain calm. Let me do the talking for you. And yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do it.
In other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
see,
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, is the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? It is the stupidest fucking thing you've heard in your life, Makoto, yes. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. Yeah, exactly. The trials have been kind of mixed so far. So I liked Trial 2. I liked Sakura's trial. I did not like Leon's trial. I did not like Celeste's trial. And the 5th trial was fine. I didn't have any, I guess I didn't really have any strong opinions one way or another of the 5th trial. The way it ended was cool. I thought that was awesome. A lot like one of those like, by God, it's alter ego, like professional wrestling like entrances sort of thing was interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. No, I do not want to practice criminal law. No way, no how. No way, no how. And it's not that I don't want to defend people that are alleged criminals. It's not that. There's other reasons. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their own reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I love how angry it must make you. What am I saying? I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. Speaking of Junko, we had a theory. Me and Nin were talking last night. We had a theory that the body that you saw wasn't really the 16 student. 16 student isn't dead. I'm not sure it still is the case here after what we've learned so far tonight. But our theory was that they reused Junko's corpse because it's basically the same model. Yo, what's up, Chris? Well, it was Chihiro for the honorary savior, you know, role, right? I do fear dealing with a judge like that and having somebody convicted because I had an idiot judge. But yeah, how you doing, Chris? I have never heard of pressure from police themselves. I have heard about pressure from other sources. It is dangerous. More dangerous than generally other types of areas of law. That's not really why either, though. Not to be like super arrogant, but I'm not necessarily the first person that somebody's gonna try to pick on and like bully. It could happen, yes, just not generally speaking. Kind of pissy. I'm doing well otherwise, though. Oops. Nah, I don't like playing games with subs. I talked about this before, but if I have to interact with something while I'm watching it or whatever, I don't want to watch subtitles. Especially if the dub is competent, which this dub is a competent dub. Different for anime because I'm just watching, right? I don't have to also do something to interact with it. I'm literally just watching a screen, so I don't have a problem watching the subs there. But not for games. Unless I have to. You only like one trial from this game? Yeah, of course, there are tons of corrupt judges. I played that on my phone and it was awful. It was just distortion. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. And all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the Mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me, opened another path. I should follow up Adamski. It's possible, it's entirely possible that there are criminal defense attorneys that catch that kind of pressure. I just never heard of it happening, personally. I'm not saying anything about how it plays. I'm saying that I'm playing it. Doesn't matter how it plays. The fact that I'm playing it means that I have to play it and keep up with subtitles, which again, to me doesn't make any sense if the dub is competent. That's one less thing I have to worry about. And I can just worry about playing the game. I didn't suggest that it played differently because it was in Japanese. That's just a matter of hearing different voices. Maybe getting different cadences and stuff like that. Because quite honestly, it's gonna have less of an impact on me if somebody's shouting at me in Japanese when I can only understand probably 50% of it at best. My meager 4 years of taking it in high school, than it is to have somebody shouting at me in English. So I don't think the impact is like supposed to be amused. It's supposed to be like, ugh. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance, because you believed in me and another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. Totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Jesus, dude. That's strong. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. We can't defeat the Mastermind. It'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win. But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However,
Is that really possible? Huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Which would make sense, because that's what's his fuck. Pappenbrook, right? Is it? Wait, no. Is it Pappenbrook? Fuck, I already forgot who it was. Trial 4 was great. It's not even that Trial 1 was too easy. It just sucked. Like, the logic of that whole baseball thing still fucking bothers me. It was terrible. But I know, anime logic. Suddenly we were greeted with... You again. 103.21.255. Oh, your IP address. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Okay, what the hell?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Hey, Lightgazer, what's up? And that makes sense, Blossom. I would expect 2 to be better than 1. You have interesting concepts and you're able to build off them based on finding what the flaws were in the first one and then emphasizing your strengths in the second one. Not only can you not do anything to those 2, you technically shouldn't be able to articulate in proper English anymore. Hey Jay, what's up? Yeah, the baseball thing bothered me as a former baseball player. It was terrible. It was just ridiculous logic. And narratively. Again, you could have done one thing that would have at least made me think anime logic. Okay, it's stupid, but I can get behind it. And that's have him pitching the ball instead of hitting the ball in his introduction. Because him hitting the ball had nothing to do with anything that happened for the entire game. But throwing the ball did. So why they didn't choose to have the ridiculous anime, his legs go completely into the air in a 180-degree angle, about to throw the ball in that picture when they introduced him? I have no idea. It was just a bad choice, narratively. It is a good thing because it's more continuity, right? They're probably going to play the cast better if they've done it for both because they have more experience. Anime Logic is Hero living until now. Also, Anime Logic, people actually wanted to have Sex Hero. You are absolutely correct. He did not. Somebody must have all over Monokuma. Ah!
Is that...
Oh, Toko's, like, actually kind of happy. That's interesting.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Huh? You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
That's like the highest praise Byakuya could ever endow upon somebody. We thought we got it earlier in the game. Like what, a chapter ago or something like that? But that's the epitome right there. Something you heard from one of the alumni? Yeah, like I said, it's possible. I just haven't heard it. I wonder if that's more of a thing in smaller towns. Just because it's like, influence like that is more... It's more of a thing to worry about. It was not included in the bundle. I'm gonna have to buy it separately. Just the main 3 titles, 1, 2, and 3. I don't feel sorry for him. Fuck that guy. That's also true, Orion. Oh, that's cool, Lightgazer. Glad to hear that.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
That's right. I'm not acknowledging him anymore. I forgot about that. Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. And for once, it's not my hair. Oh, God, no, I'm ignoring Hero for the rest of the fucking game. Unless I absolutely have to. It's Makoto, it smells like a wet dog. That's it? That's the worst? I feel like I should smell worse than a wet dog. A wet dog smells gross, but like, I was in literal garbage. Okay. It's interesting that 50% of the people outside of me and Kyoko also probably smell like shit. One's confirmed to smell like shit, which is Toko. And then Hiro almost certainly smells like shit. Yo, shoo. In a flash, my tears dried up. Should I go take a shower?
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain what?
It's true.
It's related to what I have to tell you all. Don't be ghostess. I don't have Ultra Despair Girls yet, no. I'm not gonna get it until after I'm done with the second game. Unless it goes on sale sometime, then I'll catch it beforehand. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. The last class trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Huh?
Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying, it was all the work of the Mastermind. What?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the Mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
However...
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The Mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the Mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? You had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. You said now it's the Mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mikuro, right? So our job is to expose the Mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah, for us to win this game, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time. We still don't know anything, right?
Anyway.
You probably guessed this already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here forever with Master. I mean, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway.
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the Mastermind is and how they killed Mikuro and all the school's mysteries? Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that, huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, everyone working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first, until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint?
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So, in other words,
The Mastermind really is the one who killed Mikuro, as Kyoko says. Then the Mastermind would had to have set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mikuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Oh, that's cool, Lugia. That's a sweet collection. And the Mastermind is... There were 15 of us. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And in Mikuro, you get 16. So the Mastermind would have to be one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma may have just said all that to confuse us. It's certainly possible, but only one among many. The Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, there's an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. They must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us is the Mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled them in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
Right?
In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. I wouldn't mind Hiro being the Mastermind.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Poggers!
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you
Let's
see
go!
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Five Nights at Freddy's sound effect? You mean, didn't Five Nights at Freddy's use this sound effect? Or are you just saying, like, sound effects, like that? Like, you're making the sound effect. And that's why I like Monokuma. He's cartoonishly evil, but he has a sense of fair play. Very lawful evil. And those to me are the most interesting evils. Coulter, you went to Twitch just to be able to drop the pog. Ooh, popcorn sounds good. Oh man, I was watching my favorite Twitch streamer the other night. He was talking about eating popcorn. I was actually watching one of his old VODs. He's talking about eating popcorn with not like bag popcorn, but like just getting a big box of like the seeds and popping it, putting it in, putting some olive oil on it and sea salt, and then popping it. I was like, oh my god, that sounds so good. I want popcorn now. Need to get some when I go grocery shopping. Yeah, exactly. Manipulation. I guess it's interesting to me because I deal with a lot of that. Not that the people that I interact with are evil, colleagues or opponents or whatever, but it is all about manipulation. So that way of going about things is more interesting to me than just, I'm just gonna kill everyone. That has its place, and it can be interesting. You can get good characters out of that, but those aren't the most interesting villains to me. Gordon Ramsay. Tried popcorn with liquid chocolate? I have not. What, you put the liquid chocolate in there before it pops? That seems bad. Or is it popped and then you put the liquid chocolate on it? Because I've had like chocolate drizzled popcorns, but not like liquid chocolate. Yeah, he is stingy about lying. So, as the game player, you feel like he's not just gonna pull something out of his ass, right? And that's good. That's very good. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I mean. If it's like absurdly over the top, cartoonishly evil, I like it because I like over the top stuff. But like subtle chaotic evil is just kind of like, or just like blandly chaotic evil. It's the worst. How magnanimous of him to unlock all the doors.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. We now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Yeah, Master! He didn't take me with him! Hey. Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. That Toko trudged off of the dining hall.
Indeed.
That's right. Did I have any theories as to what happened to Toko in the alternate ending? Probably that she killed herself once she found out that Byakuya and Aoi consummated their relationship.
Jesus fucking, are you kidding me?
Has to be done and drizzled with chocolate. Yes, I have had that. It's very good. In fact, I had that unicorn popcorn that had like white chocolate drizzled on it along with candy and sprinkles and shit. It was delicious. Yeah, Joker's great chaotic evil. And that's because he's fucking just... he's batshit crazy, and I like that.
You know?
Thank fucking God. Wait, how come? Because you're an idiot. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Now's a very stupid time to have pride. Hina is in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed off out of the dining hall. And once again, just us two. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. That Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the Mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the Mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the Mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together! Oh, I was hoping it'd be happy free time music. I guess I'll start by taking another look at the Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with wounds, with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ukusaba, then we'll know who the Mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? We should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. That master's rooms, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, on the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now. After that, I'll double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Cool. Let's do this, guys. Yeah, the binary system is bad for that reason. It's so limited. I agree with that, Trampy. I actually have Dragon Age Origins? No. Which Dragon Age game do I have? I have a Dragon Age game that I never completed. I should check and see which one it is. Am I still under house lockdown? No. No, my wife was cleared, and then I had to wait 2 weeks after she got cleared, and now I'm cleared. I was cleared last Thursday. Evil but the good guy? Isn't that an anti-hero? Do the right thing for the wrong reasons? Yeah, I have no problem watching the anime parody. Dragon Maids? Oh my. Hey, all the doors are unlocked. That means... Oh. Liar! Hey, Phoenix, thanks for the host. That doesn't mean MatPat is correct. Oh, shit. Lightgazer with the 21 smackers. You're cleared. Yay, another bottle of the good stuff. And make it vanilla kind that you wanted before. Oh, yeah. Thank you, dude. I will go and get that tomorrow. I appreciate it, Lightgazer. Thank you for the 21 bucks and the drink on you. I will enjoy it. That's a matter of which stream will I enjoy it on. I'll have to figure that out. Lightgazer is the MVP. Yeah, it has some Persona stylist, some Persona style to it, Phoenix. Where are the dorms? I don't think I'm not sure I ever saw the door. Here? No, that's just a wall. That's a class. Those are bathrooms. Cool. Where are the dorms? I really want to go to the dorms after what they said. Internet's having issues, which I like to buffer 20. No, I'll try back later. Yeah, no problem, Bill. Persona's ending fills me with despair. Hello, Ukasaba Mukuro. Wouldn't that mean you like the ending? Which Persona, by the way? Oh, is there a way to get another stairs to the second floor? Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. It's by the dining hall, right? Forgot about that. Yeah, that's fine. I had no idea, so that's why I asked. Did not think about that. Yeah, I really want to play through my game again. Or maybe if I don't have Origins, I should get it again. Or I should get Origins and play Origins, because I heard Origins is really good. Which means I have to do it. Yeah, this is the one I'm most interested in, to be honest. Okay. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Well, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Oh, that's blood. That is blood. Love is a battlefield! A battlefield! I like being a mage. Oh my, well, this is a whole lot of something. Bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Hold on. Hell yeah. I do have Origins. I couldn't remember if I had Inquisition or Origins. Yeah, I'll have to play this sometime. Nice. Actually really excited about that. Opened the door just a crack, glanced inside and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. It is not weird. I have it too, because this is just a disturbing, like, sequence, right? This is meant to be disturbing. Dude! You're literally gonna die if you can't find out all the clues you can. Oh, I can't go to a girl's bathroom. Ah, well, the men's bathroom is looking rather spotless, at least. Was referencing Pat Benatar necessary? Yes. Yes, it was. It was filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope Speak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh my god. All of the lockers, I guess. But I'll take this coin. card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get the locker to open after all. It's pretty similar to the card readers on the lockers. For the lockers on the second floor of the school, you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, let's just give it a try. Took it out of my handbook, ran across the card reader, and then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Does that mean all of these are worthless to look at? Body pillows filled with despair. The hell is this? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's more of an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Man, look at that booze stash.
So
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space to on the other side of this wall. Open space, does that mean, you mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Because showing blood, I think, is a big thing in Japan, more so than the other two. Oranges also filled me with despair, so I agree with you 100% there. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
however,
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. And these days, special characters. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all of his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. Is it Kyoko? Oh. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Wait, where's the, oh, keyboard? And also, a lot of older animes were demonized in the US for such things. Yeah, I definitely would say it's become more gory as it became more. Well, actually, the most gory animes aren't the more recent ones, at least that I've seen. I mean, I'm sure part of it was artistic choice. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other, just being devil's advocate.
It would seem.
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
That's not much though, nothing we don't already
in
know.
other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. It's fucking Fenrir, right? That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
I guess it's not. It could have been another group that hired Fenrir. And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kitty-giri failure. Yikes. Kyoko, harsh. But any information about the Mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. It's the Patriots, or Sele, or one of those groups. Jeez. There's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. Love is gory. Oh, I see. It's an actual game. Muv-Love. Show. Muv-Love. Game. Game? Yeah, game, right? Interesting. Interesting. Want to watch D Gray Man? So I've watched like 3 seasons of it, and I'm like, something needs to happen soon, or I just am not gonna care anymore, which sucks because the concept's really cool. I love the concept of the villains. Do I like chocolate ice cream? I like all kinds of ice creams. Yes. Ice cream is fantastic. Except for orange ice cream. Anything that's orange, or has an orange flavoring to it, even in ice cream form, is gross. Except creamsicle popsicles are very good. I will concede that point. An orange outside with a vanilla cream mere inside. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. If Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. Oh wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Makoto couldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. The way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. You mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. When did Twain call that out? Like 10 minutes ago? As soon as we entered the room? It's not, but that's not it. That might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
You're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Let me just take a seat. Let me just take a seat right here. Those sound like the worst types of oranges. I mean, drumsticks and magnums are both fantastic. I'm just talking about if I'm gonna eat something orange, a creamsicle is a pretty solid choice. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Twain, why don't you just write this fucking thing? Oh, well. No, I'm not possibly that arrogant. I could never have concocted this entire story. That did it? Kyoko, it worked. So now she's all pissed.
why?
Kyoko? Because your father never fucking forgets about you. That might be a PB for guessing the story, the portion of the story immediately. Everyone gets credits for that. Blood oranges? Blood oranges are some of the better oranges if you have to eat an orange, yes. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Yo, what's up, Final Plays? How's it going, dude? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, where is it? Where is it? There it is. No worries, dude. Thank you so much for the raid. Anyways. So you were playing Forager? Let me see here. Is it... I know I have one for you. Is it Final? There we go. There's Final Plays YouTube channel. Go check Final Plays out. Show him some love for throwing the raid our way. I'd really appreciate it. Don't see how I can drink wine like that. I haven't found a single wine that doesn't taste rotten. That's how I felt about beer for a very long time. I don't know. At least as far as whites go, I had never had to acquire the taste. I did have to acquire the taste for reds. I couldn't stand reds for a long time, but I forced myself to get into them. But whites I never had an issue with for whatever reason. Credits used for things like this. Or this. So that stuff. That means you concocted it. Yeah, that's what I mean. I could not have possibly created the entirety of this game. I never would have concocted Hero. Ugh. Ugh. Well, that's the thing. We assume that Orion might like a little more sweeter wines, but maybe it's the bitter stuff that Orion would like more. Oh, I agree. Hard liquor to me is the best. Like, the best. 100%. But as I get older, I try to be a little lighter about it. Yeah, reds are... You really have to... I got into reds because I liked a girl. My wife and I were broken up, and I was into this other girl. She liked Wine Wednesdays. She liked reds. So you know what? That means I liked reds. And eventually I really did like reds, because now I still drink them. I'm gonna try Arbor Mist. I don't think I've ever tried Arbor Mist. The alcohol content's like whatever. At this point, it's just a matter of like finding something he likes, right? That's true. I would have concocted Hero and had him die a very satisfying death. I just use KY. That's probably why. There's probably a cooldown. Because I just heard it when I use it. I also wish they gave him better writing. His character just blows. Hey, Kyoko? May as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. The picture. Or, no, not that. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. I didn't know gift wrapping could convey that. I thought all gift wrapping was just conveyed the same emotion. That's what made it so unusual. Let's check the other stuff first. God damn, Makoto. Let me do my thing. Seems totally out of place here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprisingly, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Oh, is it like his head? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by step. Heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took off the lid. Ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Yoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Well, the skull. I said head. I guess that wasn't 100% correct. Oh, did I refer to you as him? If so, I apologize. I tried very hard not to do that because I generally don't know the gender of most of the viewers. The prep tomorrow, like, is it trying to hit 50% of the games? Yeah, no problem, dude. Thanks again for the raid, man. I appreciate it. A body has been discovered. Yeah, right? Bong, bong, bong. Oh, see, that's a spoiler. Don't tell me that. Or is that something that you're just supposed to put together? Because it's never, like, explicitly said. They look like any skeleton bones. They look literally the same as any skeleton bones I've ever seen in an animation before. Never explicitly said? Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. If it's never explicitly said, then whatever. So that was the headmaster at the beginning of the game, huh? What was in the box? It was bones, human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? I want to look at the desk. I should probably talk to Kyoko. I mean, I get it. It was just something that showed that he died in the beginning, right? Just like whatever. I wish I would have had to have a chance to realize it myself, without having everybody say, "Oh, that's what it is." At the same time, though, like I said, I'm not super upset because if it's never explicitly said, it's a little different, right? Epic Sands. Oh, just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones. Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. It's just, I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the exact same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
Well, you found in the box. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we already have, that's the only possible answer. Well, that's right, like I said, it's not something I'm like really upset about. I would like at least a few minutes generally to get a chance to put it together. But again, it wasn't something that explicitly said, so whatever. Not a big deal. Alter Ego said that the headmaster is probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it just as she thought. So she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Huh? This picture? Oh, that's so sad. Look, she's actually happy. That's sad. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. It actually looks pretty damn good, considering. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko! Look at that face.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. Top 5 responses I would not have expected out of Kyoko after seeing a picture of her and her father in her father's secret room. Number 1 answer. Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet to find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why, what? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Yeah, last time she ever smiled, right? She's unpleased. I need to watch Assassination Classroom. I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. Welcome back, Lightgazer. Man, now I'm hungry. All this wine works up an appetite. Probably something in here. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. Just take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. Went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. All I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He's pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. Yeah, that's some really fucking stupid as all hell small talk there, Makoto. He must have been really dedicated to his job, right? Instead of his family. Ooh, sorry. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
No.
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Agreed, Daisy. Agreed. Feel very fortunate in that regard. Pretty good. Never seen season 2 though. Are there only 2 seasons? Headmaster's ass is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I don't really want to blah 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 blah.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. You sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the dress drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... How's this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it's labeled on it that says, in case of emergency. Found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just a
to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul, but maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it's a shock to me. God, so much unnecessary, like, internal dialogue in, like, the past 2 chapters. I fucking feel the same way. It doesn't have to be explicitly stated to me. Find out what happened to the headmaster. Yeah, I know. We just saw what happened. There's no doubt the Mastermind performed that evil deed. No shit! They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. We just saw that. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the Mastermind. Which means the Mastermind's true identity is... 15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Makuro to the mix, you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Makuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Aoi, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. There's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some way. There just has to be. I don't know. You'd like to think that she would do the exact opposite of her father. Oh, hey, that's the Eye of Horus. Or wait, no, that's the Eye of Ra. Which one's left and which one's right? That's interesting. That's really interesting, actually. That has nothing to do with Fenrir. I don't remember which one is left and which one is right. One's the Eye of Ra and the other's the Eye of Horus. It's not the Illuminati. It's an ancient Egyptian symbol. What about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster syndrome? Let's give it one more try. Took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Let's see what we got inside. Don't see anything that might be a clue. It's Horus. Horus is left and Ra's right. I had an old friend who I don't really have contact with anymore, unfortunately. He got the Eye of Horus tattooed. And he's like, yeah, I got the Eye of Ra tattooed. And I'm like, I had just gotten done taking ancient Egyptian history. I think it was history. It's either history or literature, one of the two. In college, and I'm like, dude, that's the Eye of Horus. And he's like, no, it's the Eye of Ra. I'm like, dude, that's the Eye of Horus. He's like, dude, you know what you're talking about. And I'm just like, and he knew that I had just taken that class. I wasn't just making shit up, and I just let it go. I'm like, all right, sure, Eye of Ra. That would have been cooler, but yep, nope, you got the Eye of Horus. Yeah, Nin and I actually have the theory, Lightgazer, that body was not of Makuro. All right, later, Anthony. We actually thought that could have been Junko's body based on what it looked like, but we don't know for sure. So don't anyone say anything. Oh, this thing is practically empty, except for this one thing. That's super important. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. Some writing inside could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. This fucking moron. It looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote them must have been really meticulous. Flipping through the pocketbook, my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. Oh, he was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hopes can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as a foundation for the new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be, can it? But I knew it wasn't. I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. It's belonging to Kyoko. What is it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with it. Yeah, we just fucking read that. Oh, I hate when that game does that. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing, but I reached the last page. The question mark spinning through my mind started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How can this possibly make any sense? I much prefer the history behind Ra than Horus, personally, but I guess you can't go wrong with either. It's just hilarious when you're like, that's not what you got. And somebody's like, oh, here's what I got. And it's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, bruh. I mean, Ra is so fucking cool that he would just get added to a bunch of different entities. Horus Ra. It would be like whatever blank and then Ra, and then it's duh. The concept of Ra is fucking baller. Locker is totally disorganized. Whoever belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Is this like Makoto's locker? Oh no! This is Hiro's locker, isn't it? This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Oh, of course, we had to find fucking Hiro's locker. The deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? It's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. I think we were all, it was always obvious to us at this point, right, that like, maybe not completely obvious, but they all knew each other. Those pictures we saw were not doctored. They had already been in this school. They just forgot that they had already been to the school and knew each other. This is our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contains a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? These lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. If I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone. I didn't think so. The winged dragon of Ra. Yeah, not the winged dragon of Horus. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I have never needed to eat a bat before, so no. All right, let's go check out some more shit. Actually, third floor. I could probably just fast travel. There's nothing else on the second floor, right? Is there anything on the third floor? No, it's fourth floor. Yeah. Where Aoi is. Now he is just Super Saiyan.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks. So you open it. Sure, she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. He didn't race over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Everything will be okay, right? All right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, well, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
What the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but
Just a second.
this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Ifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit. So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Could that mean... Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what'd you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. Must be the one she pushed, but the Data Center, it's right next door, the room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably better go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. I want to look at... I need to go do... No, you don't. You can fucking take a look first. Nothing's going to be moving. Just going to be a Monokuma thing here because you press Data Center to have a Monokuma pop up. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? Hey! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted. How'd you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera? Some kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean... Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it. Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with Monokuma drawing on it. The control panel inside. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Orion. Yeah, kinda Lightgazer, kinda. Yeah, I've always been in a steady decline ever since she tried to kill everyone. Hey, I thought it was flattering at first. I didn't know she would be a complete idiot. Chris. Who's someone you hope definitely isn't the mastermind? I hope it's not Byakuya, because he's like, if you had to pick one of the crew, he's the most obvious answer. So I don't want it to be Byakuya. I actually like the idea that he's someone who's a dickhead, but more than anything else, does not want to fuck everyone over. He just wants to play the game and win, but not kill a bunch of students, or not get a bunch of students to kill each other. Even though he did that thing with Chihiro before. Beer time for me, wine time for me. Okay. I really like Chie. The first time I played through Persona 4, the original, she was my romance option. Playing through Persona 4 Golden, did not like her character anymore. Hated the voice actor change in English. Hated it. Hated it so much. Completely changed her character for me. All right, later, Possum. Have a good night, dude. She does give me like, I still like Aoi. It's just like Aoi tried to literally fuck me over. She ain't never did that to me as you. Nakamura. No. Not Nakamura. What the fuck was his name? Narukami? Narukami? Sorry, I get sidetracked with not remembering names. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. What do you mean? Or what you were controlling just now was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in there. Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. This control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. I should pick a data or data and stick with it. In other words,
Hey.
Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us all and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right, but if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true, but if that is true... Narukami, okay. Got it right the second time. I don't know anything about how other people perceive Persona characters, so I don't know whether somebody's overrated or underrated. I know that Persona 4 in general is overrated because it's considered the best, and I think it's my third favorite of the three most recent ones. Not that it's bad by any means, it's a great game, it's just the other two I think are just better. But yeah, Chie was fucking chill. Like, all the other girls in that game, like Rise, okay. Yukiko, nah. And then who else? Who out of any of the social links were, like, interesting enough to romance? Well, it's good not to see Persona. It's better to play Persona. When did I switch Aoi with Kyoko? The beginning of the stream. I actually switched out Aoi for Chihiro again at the very end once Alter Ego saved us. But that was more of an honorary, you know, badge. But yeah, I never got into the Persona fandom personally, so I don't really know what the opinions of characters are. Only the games themselves. So the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is a 16 student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? And I don't disagree with that. I think that's actually very observant. Compared to the other two games, you're absolutely right. But the game itself pushes you to waifu somebody, right? But I think by far, if I had to pick one of them, it would be Chie. The others are like, no thank you. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Well, it's just, this is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. I do want to check this. What's wrong, Makoto? Let's start. Dude! God damn it! I want to check the fucking hatch. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving in that room. As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
That doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. There's that trap door, but maybe you should have actually fucking checked it instead of letting Aoi go, oh, maybe we should just leave right now. It's so stupid. I hate when games fucking do that. Just take you out of the room then. Don't let me sit there and have the option of doing the correct thing if you're just gonna have me do the incorrect thing anyways. Just don't even give me the option. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor, the one I should have checked anyways, but somehow I allowed Aoi to bully me out of it because this game fucking Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be open from the outside anyways, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! Deuces! The hatch clearly does not consent to being checked out. Really divisive. That's one of the reasons I wouldn't get into it. That's one of the reasons I'm not going to get into the Danganronpa fandom. Like, I'm absolutely fine talking with you guys about it. You want to come to my chat, talk to me about it, fine. I'm not going to go to message boards, you know, whatever. That's not really something I'm not interested in arguing about the games that I like. I'm not interested in arguing about the animes that I like. Mostly because everything is so highly subjective. I have opinions about things, but I don't feel the need to go and, you know, actually debate them with other people in forums and stuff like that, or Reddit or whatever, because none of us are actually wrong in theory, right? Because there's some objective evaluations of storytelling and stuff like that. Yes. But there are a lot of concepts and stuff that it's just, if you're into this concept, you're going to really like this story. And if you're not going to like the story. You know? The hatch leads to the courtroom. Oh, but this is floor 4. The courtroom's on the first floor, isn't it? I dislike Leon's character himself. I just fucking... No comment on Naoto? I like Naoto, but somebody was talking about Naoto earlier when talking about Kyoko, and I said the issue with Naoto is that she's introduced... You don't really get to know Naoto till really late. It's the same problem with Haru in Persona 5, although Naoto is way more interesting than Haru was. When you finally get to know Naoto I was kind of established as to who I was all talking to at that point. So it would have felt rushed to me. I don't know. Maybe people disagree, but that's how I felt playing the game. But I do like Naoto's character a lot. Also, it seems like Naoto and Kanji had their thing going on, and I wasn't gonna wreck that. I'm very... And this is gonna sound really stupid, probably, but I'm very pro bro code when it comes to if your friend, your really good friend, really likes a girl, I'm not gonna go and talk to them. And that extends to every part of my life, including video games. So in video games, I have a tendency to not do that. If fucking, you know, if Kanji is interested in Naoto, I'm not gonna talk to Naoto. 'Cause I'm like, dude, go do it. You guys are cute together. It's really cool. Except for Zack in Final Fantasy VII, but that's because Zack's dead. I assume I have his blessing. That's terrible, right? He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I say we should leave, well, that hatch can be open from the outside anyways, right? So it's not your fault. Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. There's one thing I'm good at. It's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. You unironically like Hiro and Leon. I didn't dislike Leon. Like I was saying, I didn't dislike Leon's character. I disliked how the game portrayed his baseball ability. But Leon himself as a character is fine. I might feel differently if he had lasted this long, but he wasn't around long enough for me to dislike him. Oh yeah, they just pushed Kyoko on us, basically. Yeah, I could see that being the case, Adamski, with all the different game like divisions. There's just like a natural division between 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and 5. I didn't know Persona was a thing until Persona 3. So I guess that's just why, right? If you don't agree with his opinion, you are wrong. That's basically how it always is. Yeah, exactly, and I'm not interested in that. That's why I don't get into, like Lugia said, that's why I don't get into shit on Twitter. Well, I mean, it's been a while since I drank a lot of alcohol. I'm probably gonna get through this bottle by the end of the night. Where are we? I couldn't even see where we're at. We're like here. Right here. So I'm definitely gonna be a little tipsier than I normally would be after only one bottle of wine. Hina took off at a full sprint. I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. All right. Hey Cloud, tell Aerith I said hi. I'll do more than say hi to her. What? I didn't mean see you later, Zach. 5th floor now, right? We've been to all the locked... Oh, no, wait. We gotta go to the headmaster's room. We have not been to the headmaster's room. I am not gonna steal Byakuya from Toko. I do have integrity. She made it seem like it was way more of a mess than this. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makono, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. No, that's perfectly reasonable, Uprising. Like I said, it's a great game. If anybody tells me Persona 4 is their favorite game, I'm not going to disagree with them. Well, I'm going to disagree with them, but I'm not going to argue down their point. I think it's a perfectly reasonable opinion to have. I just don't agree. It's a great game, but for me, 3 and 5 are better. And I have reasons. It's not just like, oh, I just think. I have actual reasons. One of them being that the social links in Forward much less interesting to me than the other games. 3 had the flaw that was fixed later of not having all your friends as social links, I do think that's a gigantic flaw. It was really good when they fixed that in 4. But I think because they had to come up with more side characters in 3 to be social links, that made the social links in 3 a lot more interesting. It seems like they put more thought into those characters. Or, I don't know. I guess it's not that they didn't put thought into the Persona 4 social links, they just fell flat to me. At a certain point, it just sounds like, oh my god, how can you like that color? Green is worst color, blue is the best color, and people of other opinions are stupid. Right, which, like, you guys know, I have strong opinions, but I try very hard to not, even though I might have a strong opinion, unless it's I like Hero, I don't want to shit on your opinion. You can have your opinion, and that's fine. We just disagree. It's not a big deal, right? But I also have no problem stating my opinion. But I think you can state your own opinion without shitting on someone else, right? I think that's what it comes down to for me. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. I know I am sometimes guilty of that. I'm not perfect, but that's what I try to do at least. Mostly because I still like hearing opinions of others. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. Okay. Man, Zack and Cisne is that like... Zack and Cisne is the Cloud and Jesse of Crisis Core. Except Zack and Cisne actually spent a lot more time together. Cloud of the Final Fantasy Remake. And Jesse of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because they spent a lot more time together. But yeah, Zack and Cisne I was a huge fan of. I love Cisne's character a lot. Even in the headmaster's room, there's a monitor. A lot of people dislike Skyward Sword. It's my favorite one. Yeah, and I understand that. I don't like Skyward Sword. Your favorite? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. The thing with Zeldas is that I think Skyward Sword is my least favorite Zelda I have ever played. But the least favorite Zelda, my least favorite Zelda is also still not really a bad game relative to other games, right? It's still a Zelda game, which means there are still some really strong aspects of it. Because it's a fucking Zelda game. Zelda games aren't made with, you know, haphazard care. Hey, what's up, JMT? That's true. Yeah, they're definitely not the same character. It's just more of like that unrequited love. Cisne really liked Zack, but Zack wasn't really into her because he was into Aerith, and Jesse, same, except also Tifa. I really dislike the stamina system. I think it got a lot better in Breath of the Wild. You have the worst companion. The controls were problematic, but I tend to give that game some slack for it because it really tried to do something new. And I respect when a game tries to do something new. I try not to shit on it for that. I try to respect, okay, you gave it a try. Didn't necessarily work all that well, but you gave it a try, and I can respect that. I did like the story a lot. I like Zelda's characterization a ton. I like Hero. Well, your opinion's wrong. You have to understand, I played Skyward Sword right after playing Twilight Princess because I got Skyward Sword and I was like, oh, I never played Twilight Princess, so I got Twilight Princess. I played Skyward Sword right after playing Twilight Princess, and Midna is just the best. She is the best companion in any Zelda game. She is fantastic. And I get to Fi and I'm like, maybe if I hadn't played it right after Skyward Sword, I'd feel differently, but I was not a fan. Even the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera. Okay. Thank you for that.
Come on. Not
Hey, Mikono, are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you? When we get out of here, remember this moment. I honestly was ignoring him so that I could look at everything before having to talk to him and then be like, oh, I forgot to look at something, and then, oh, don't lie, look like a fucking idiot. Midna is the best. I love Midna's character. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was at the top of, it was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles for all of us and Makuro.
So in other
Apparently
words,
class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Makuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned class 78. Imagine the alternate reality where I'm a huge fan of Hero. Sounds like a skit in the making. Imagine Dragon Ball, but in the style of Danganronpa, it'd be much less interesting. It's just not really lends itself to that really well. Persona 3 has best story, Persona 4 has best characters, Persona 5 has best aesthetic, gameplay, and music. Yes, I can agree with that. Mostly. I guess I'll just leave it at that, because otherwise I'm going to get too detailed and that's going to completely derail things. But yeah, I'll just say that I mostly agree with what you're saying. Although I personally preferred 3's music better, but music is like, they're all great, right? So it's just a matter of what kind of style do you like the most. I like 3's the most. Although I will say that 4 to me has the best higher end songs, but the lower end songs are much worse than the lower end songs of 3 and 5. Like even my wife likes the soundtrack of Persona 3 and she hates JRPG. She's not a gamer in general. She likes Crash and A Bug's Life, the PS1, and that's basically it. But she loves the soundtrack from Persona 3. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Makuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Makuro Ukasaba, the 16th student, must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Oh, what do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she stuck it to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. What's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct, Makuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Makuro that we still didn't have. I never played the version that allowed the PSP version. I think that allowed you to play the female main character in Persona 3. Miss A Bug's Life and Crash. I'm gonna get her in the Insane trilogy because she only plays Crash 3, and I'm like, I understand, but you're gonna love all 3 games if you play the Insane trilogy. I just gotta wait till it gets on sale. At first, Hero he's inoffensive at first. He's like, whatever, I get his place, you know, I don't like his design, but whatever, I'll look past that. And then he's just a turd. He's just a turd out there. Waste of space. Wish they'd remake Crash Bash. That's the other game that she really liked. Crash Bash. There was an original Crash Team Racing, right? The last one wasn't like the only one. And then A Bug's Life, and I think she liked Spyro too. So she played a lot of games during that PS1 era of like 3D platforming, but that was it. What kind of information is it? She also really liked Until Dawn. She loved watching me play Until Dawn in my blind playthrough of it on my own. Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mikuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an MD floats close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mikuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Makuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir. When she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves that her tremendous skill in battle. Okay, that's interesting. So she didn't have any scars. So that body that we found, why else would she have gotten scars in her body? I'm starting to think more and more that our original theory that me and Ninja talked about last night is true. And that wasn't Makuro's body that we found. Why don't they like it? When I have long hair and is a fan of Hero, I bet it's fucking hilarious. Crash Team Racing with, okay, gotcha. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. Why did he even admit her? But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, it sounds like he didn't do the proper background check into a student. I'll be forced to take all reasonable measures. Makuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean that Makuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why don't they kill Makuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Makuro was capable of. They wouldn't have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Makuro was. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and even lists her. What tipped me off immediately? 5'7", 97 pounds. Which is sickly bad. Sickly underweight. Like, please, put some meat on your bones. 31 chest size. It's fucking Junko. It's fucking Junko. But wait. Was the first Junko fake then? Because I still think that's the body that they used. That's actually pretty badass. Elijah Wood and Gary Oldman, right? That's actually pretty cool. But she's not dead. Well, that one's dead, but the other one isn't. She's alive, and she's still 5'7", 97 pounds. At least I think she's alive. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me like if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say? There's a chance the body isn't actually Makuro, but then it wouldn't be Junko's body because they have literally the same body. Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I'm trying to say. What do you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. I mean, the original Junko's dead, yes, but it wasn't really Junko. Oh, and one last thing. A bit of advice from me to you on this, so I suggest you pay attention. Especially since Junko was the only one that was killed by Monokuma. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh? The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think, call it a hunch. Hunch? Well, my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind, thanks. Alright, I guess we go back to the corpse next. Actually, I want to go to the other room first. Oop. The biolab or whatever lab was open. Oh, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. It's like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I was frozen today! Stack of tarps. Some kind of weird machine through the wall. Those cadavers? Oh, are those cadavers? On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but on the other side... Dude, look at it! Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. This is meant for each of the students. There's 8 of them, aren't there? Seen something like this before. I've seen kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. Yeah, look in the fucking dude. It's because that was meant for us. The ones that are still alive. Bruh! There's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Ethylene? Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated system has activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our settings, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's kind of makeshift morgue. The tarps are breeding. And about those lights by each slot. Dude, go just open the... Oh my god. Looks like it's set up to the slot. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I do for anyone who's died, and that's defeat the Mastermind. Do that to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Yeah, so open the goddamn... Make sure everybody's there. Oh, he won't do it because he's a moron. Makoto is bad investigator confirmed. Phoenix Wright would have done it. Just saying. Then every vault and fall, yeah, right? Well, only the one had cryo storage, right? The one in 4. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not at all. Are we still going through this from the beginning of the game till now? We should be over there. Okay, whatever. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not one single clue. Figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Well, except Byakuya. He's definitely going to say that. Master will, yeah. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'll get going. Are there any points to holding out of these tokens? I don't feel like I'm gonna get any more free time with people. You tell me now before I waste my time. Is there a point in using them? I feel like this is the same as when you get Gil in the last Final Fantasy dungeon. You're like, well, I'm not gonna fucking use this ever to buy anything anyways. Yeah, he would have. Hey, Phoenix looked up and down the body of his dead mentor. So I don't think that being his friends, Makoto's friends, has to do anything with has anything to do with anything. Phoenix being a defense lawyer, yes, that would have something to do with it. Oh, so the items carry over? He was low-key feeling her up. Oh god. So wait, should I hold on to the coins or should I use them? I guess. I do want to know. He's a kid, but his life's on the line. I've been taught by anime, if we're going anime logic in this game, that once you're a teenager, you can go through fucking anything as long as you witness death like 4 times. I'm being facetious, but still. All right, I'll just save it then. Thank you. Okay, cool. All right, we'll wait. We'll wait then. Huh? It's gone. Makuro's body. It's not here? Of course it's not fucking there anymore. Yeah, I didn't figure that we'd have any more free time. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. That's really optimistic. Better check just to be sure. Oh, look, nope. Didn't find anything close to a dead body or anything organic in general. Could it be in the biolab? The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. One other thing. It's that tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so better look into it. Killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from beginning the body, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one counter. Yeah, they're all from the biolab, because I'm almost positive we didn't see any tarps here before. It says biolab. This originally came from the biolab, which means somebody had to have access to the biolab. Fuck! I want to go back to the biolab. Well, I'm fucked. Proper fucked.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working preparation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best,
Oh.
your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Cool.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
I assumed that the trial was gonna start. I was gonna say, really? Okay, cool. That's actually nice. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? Suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap or a tarp. Even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Have fun, kid. Yeah, that's the face that I feel right now. Or is it more like, I'm not even gonna acknowledge that this conversation is happening. Good. Hero, wait. No, don't go. Wait, never mind. There's no point in trying to stop him because he fucking sucks anyways. But he ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? Looks like he's trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Oh shit! No!
I am Monokuma!
Did I? How much did I skip there? I feel like I didn't skip much, but I thought I'd press pause to ask if I should censor that, but turns out that it just skipped everything. That's actually more interesting, to be honest, Adamski. I knew the manga was darker, but I didn't know it was that much darker. That makes them actual villains instead of just, hey, you gotta beat us, cool cats, okay. See, I thought the war was between people and they just used Pokemon. I didn't realize it was between Pokemon and people. I know that's the theory behind why there's no adult males around, mostly. There's only like elderly males and child males. Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hit? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Transcript doesn't tell me anything, so there wasn't really anything else. An X and Y. I have not played a game beyond Gen 3 until I got Sword. The envelope, which I haven't even really played a ton yet because I just haven't had time off screen to do it. It's supposed to be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope, opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Look at his photograph! I kind of had a feeling that's what was going to be there. Because we all knew each other. We just forget that we knew each other. But where is Makoto? Where, ladies and gentlemen, is Makoto? Unless the anime came first, I would generally agree, because they have more material at their disposal, right? Which generally leads to better character development, story development, stuff like that. Because the manga comes after the anime, then it's generally done to make it just different from the anime, in which case I won't really say one's better than the other because they're different. Actually allow the character to grow. Red is about 20 when he makes a cameo in the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire arc. Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool. I really liked, I only read like 2 chapters of the manga, but I really liked it. I was just so young. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, I don't really, if I don't have the time to play Sword, though, I'm definitely not going to ever have the time to play any of the games in between. Oh, he could be the one taking the photo. That's possible. I just think it's interesting that he's explicitly not there. Because they also mentioned that cameras have timers in this universe, as they should. The only problem is that reading manga is so much more expensive than watching anime. That's why a lot of Americans, at least, don't do it. Yeah, she's gonna crush Hifumi's head. But yeah, why is Hifumi holding a camera and taking a picture? Is he taking a picture of a mirror? Sakura is too nice. What a fucking boss. When we're done with this, at the end, because I'm probably not going to finish it tonight, we're probably going to stop it right before the class trial, based on how long the class trial is. I'm going to try some of the extra content that was alluded to in terms of I'd be able to talk to people some more after the end, because I am interested in seeing how the relationships develop a little more, especially for those I didn't talk to at all. And I'm also going to do a tier list of characters. The mountain of manga you have? Well, I'm jealous. I could never afford something like that, at least when I was younger. And now I just prefer to spend my money on equipment, games. Yeah, Possum said it was about 2.5 hours. It's possible that he just wasn't here with them. It was everyone who come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sakura. Or Sayaka, sorry. She's the only one I don't recognize. Yes, you do. You saw her fucking picture, you moron. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Kusaba? And this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mikuro here with everyone else? Even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. We're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. We're, including me, it's not in this picture. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture is all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if the picture is real, then could it be? Everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way, standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Nice. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Okay, I don't think this is gonna happen, but I'm gonna say it right now. There's one outcome to this game that I know I will absolutely despise. And that's if Makoto is the true mastermind. And the whole thing was, well, I wanted to give myself memory wipe so that it'd be easier for me to pull it all off with the help of the 16th student. That would piss me off. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he just put together a fake photo to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear this all up. That'd be pretty funny, at least. Wait, where am I going? They all in the dining hall or something? Daisy's assumption is probably correct. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya? I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait. But of course you didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? He's purposely trying to avoid me? No. No, he doesn't get S tier just because. Okay, where the fuck is Kyoko? Maybe we can't talk to Kyoko right now? Yeah, it doesn't look like Kyoko's on the map. Let's go and get this over with. Well, I think I am happier with the demo, but that's just because we got tired of Saika because we used her a lot because she's been around since the beginning. Oh, fucking get over it. That's a terrible reason to off a character. Oh wait, what am I doing? The whole reasoning is, oh, they had her around since the beginning of character creation, which again is stupid. It's a stupid reason to kill somebody. That doesn't mean a character is bad just because you're bored of them. Alright. We just have to get through this, but not actually acknowledge that it happened. We didn't actually talk to Hiro when we came in here. I decided to visit the biolab one more time. First thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh, Toko? It's open. Oh, but Toko, no. Fuck Toko. Look at the God, I hate Makoto. If you're only gonna give us one option, game, then make us do it right away. It's completely worthless to have us go looking around only for you to say, oh, but Toko. No, she's not dead, is she? Answers that question. And that I understand. It's actually more annoying now that I know why they did it first. They offed her first. I feel like that was just like a secondary. If that was the main reason that they did it, fine, I can get behind that. You lure me into a false sense of, security and then offer, sure, okay. You give me a very jarring, like, understanding of how this game's gonna work. But then I hear, oh, we picked her first because we've had her and Leon since the beginning. It's character development. Well, that's just fucking lame. It's cold, super cold. It's so cold, I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Oh, it's interesting, because she won't have the same memories as Toko did, so whatever Toko saw, she won't remember. Okay, so why'd you pass out? I don't know, the last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing, it's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. That's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Interesting. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I slit your throat. I don't know, I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigation. By himself? I assume so. I knew it, I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyways. Besides, I have more important things to do right now, like checking out that dead fucking body. Fridge, it's open. Sure, they were all shut tight last time I was here. Apparently they weren't, because fucking Toko was able to open it just fine. It's just you wouldn't touch it, you fucking nerd. Ugh. I say that partly endearingly because I'm also a nerd. Well, she talked about fap sauce among other things. I would be surprised if she did that in the anime. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen,
About this room. Oh yeah,
it would seem
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she'd fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got here, the real reason became clear. I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot in it, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Yoko approached the fridge, hand outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong? Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. God, thank you for bringing a smart person back into the room. How come? Because Makuro's body is in here. Makuro's corpse? Makuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. Mastermind did it because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So
You may be right. I was always under the assumption that they would just incinerate the bodies, but this is more interesting, I suppose. You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh yeah, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it? I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. Is it weird that Junko's the only face you can't see? And it looks like What's-Her-Face has Junko's eyes. Although they all kind of have similar eyes, I guess, so maybe that's not really a thing. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Oh, why not?
because
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. Wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge the picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it. I can't look inside. Oh no! What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the tarps. No, I think I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Same one I found in the garden tool shed, if I remember. That tarp. That stamp on it that said Biolab. That's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Okay. Damn it. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights are on, including Makuro's. There's 9 in all. 9 lights? Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Geez, that was fast. Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. Did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. That means neither of those things were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? The other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is that they're inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However,
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? We got all the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with
so
it.
then,
But what if Makuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Makuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remember all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed.
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake. Our victim in this case, without a doubt, Makuro Okusawa.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
It looks like we have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad living it out like this? Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? It's part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim. You ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. Still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. If I don't do it now... Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? What?
so
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms? I do, yes. To get in any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you got in the headmaster's hidden room.
And
So, did you find anything worthwhile in these lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because
Like I said, only the locker's owners should be able to get into it, right? Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
what? If that's true,
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto,
I think everything is starting to finally fit. I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. She says that a lot. We can imagine pretty terrible things. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Okay, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So-
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto,
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. DVD, and it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews?
so
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway.
Oh shit. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes any sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto,
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
in
Ramble?
other words,
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the Mastermind.
however,
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the Mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the Mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with a fire of determination. The determination to defeat the Mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
why?
So why does it bother me so much to know he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
Keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then.
Anyways, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, she was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko, shipped to the AV room. Blah, 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 blah. All that's nonsense. I really don't care. Oh, fuck. Nine people died plus a 10th means that one of the people didn't die. As they claim to have died. This Monokuma claim died. That means that the corpse was reused. I should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. Took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. Said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared in the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. Then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. There she was.
Then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute.
That's fair, Orion.
It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? Except... what?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
That's a fun cue. That's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat here thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. If I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. So, I guess I should share another kind of off-the-wall theory I had thought. And that's that something catastrophic not only happened outside in the school, but also outside the school. And that's why they had to keep us all inside, because they've been very vague as to why they're the last hopes, and if we're not all taken care of, then the nation might fall or some shit like that. But what if it's already happened, or is happening? We're not really given any insight to the outside life like that. It sounds like it. Who is the voice actor? It sounds very familiar. Oh, there he is. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Wasn't Hiro actually being smart? Yeah, right?
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, There's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes?
sorry I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
From what I've seen so far, I think I'm gonna like the ending, but we'll see. There are a couple things that could happen that would really piss me off. But I'm thinking I'm gonna like it, so we'll see. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene over and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. Guess who they left out? Because they knew. Everyone. The game knows me. He didn't even go to Hero. He's just like, everyone. They all said they agreed to live in the school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Of course, it meant the DVD player wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, it looks like it broke out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now, then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? It's not like you've had a stream fail randomly all of a sudden before, right? Where all your viewers are watching and suddenly you're not on the screen anymore. Anytime, anywhere. Failure my ass, you got the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd asked them the question, they all said yes. I couldn't help myself, I let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
Oh, he did Shido from Persona 5? He did something else too that I was familiar with him with, but I can't remember what it was. If he did Shido. Yeah, they shit all over Hero. That's excellent. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the Mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? We all forgotten? Or... Here we go.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
The UPSs, yeah. Yeah, I've been recommended that before. I should probably look into it.
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning.
Hey, at least Gumshoe didn't try to fucking kill somebody. He's been nothing but helpful, even though he's an idiot. Hero's worthless.
Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Yeah, exactly. Way better character. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. Part of the problem with Hero for me isn't that he's dumb. That's fine. You can have a dumb character. It's that Hero is worthless. He adds nothing but negativity from his character. in this game. Every time I interact with them, I'm like, I wish I hadn't have interacted with you. This was a waste of my time. There's nothing more I hate more than having my time wasted. I have a lot of shit to do. I don't want to waste, I had a lot of games to stream. I don't want minutes of my life wasted by having Hero speak. He's just a turd, a worthless turd. Clash Trial is going to start. Final Clash Trial. Last time all our lives will be on the line. Last time hope and despair on the line. I don't have a choice, I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, there can be dumb that's really funny. Agreed. He has not said interesting things. He's had 2 good burns in his time. He had 2 good burns that made us go, well, yeah. But quite honestly, Byakuya could have said them himself and it had been just as believable that it came from him. Good job, Monokuma. I knew you were a bear of taste and culture. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Just like she said. Byakuya! Byakuya? They arrived one after another. They were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. It wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear.
I'm late! Ah, strong, silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, yeah, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Okay, well then, let's begin.
Chills! Kills!
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow. Nice.
that's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know? If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every time. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
And I'll make sure
feeling white.
everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
Nice.
So don't try and run away. Which he ripped off of somebody. Yeah, it's not, he just read something profound. Was like, this is a good time to use it. And it was, but still. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. An inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared in the elevator. They're all acting odd, like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however.
Well, you can tell us all about it soon, at the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
So,
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. She almost made it seem like they were looking like that at everyone, as opposed to just me. And now that he mentions the first class trial, everyone was kind of suspicious of each other at that time, even though I was the main suspect. So I don't think it's necessarily just me, but we'll see. I think Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I think they'll give me a chance to save right before, but we'll see. started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw, I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper, deeper still, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin. And that, my friends, is where we'll end it for tonight. I'm ending it a little earlier, but I don't really want to be streaming for 6 hours tonight. Because I do, like I said at the very beginning, I have some work, some lawyerly stuff I need to take care of before bed. In case it just, it's gonna be like, well, dude, you've been drinking wine. Yeah, it's just a bunch of uploading and stuff. So, scanning and uploading, but I do need to, I really want to get it done so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. So that's what I'll be doing. All right, we're gonna go raid Nintagious because I never get a chance to fucking raid Nintagious. Ever.
Bit mobile.
And he's always raiding me. Yeah, we'll be back with this. I might do it Friday because it's not going to be a super long stream. Otherwise, we'll get back to this Sunday or Tuesday. If you want to keep an update on the schedule, be updated on the schedule, join our Discord. Otherwise, just look for the scheduled thing that'll happen. I'll try to post it as early in the day as possible so that people know exactly when it's going to happen. I normally don't stream on Sundays, but again, if it's a quick stream, not a quick stream, but it's not going to be a super long stream, like maybe 3 to 4 hours, then I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, that's when we'll have the Jim Beam Vanilla. We'll cap off the game with the Jim Beam Vanilla. Oh, he's ending too? Yeah, he's probably thinking I'm still going. Hold on.
And yeah, sure, Tara. I'm gonna go get something to eat when we're done, but after that, sure. Oh, it just got long enough to split it up into 2 streams. That works too. Yeah, we just ended Twain, but we can double raid if you want to. I'd keep going, but it's been 7 hours. I'm kind of tired. I don't really feel like it.
All right, double raid? That sounds good. Who's he have in mind? What's our like counter at, JB? If you're still awake, or JMT?
Oh, I was gonna go over to Harv's, but since he's further than I am, I was kind of like dragging my feet on it. But we can still stop it.
Harv's fine.
I'll just have to be wary of if he hits any storyline, big story moments. Yeah, we finished Lost World in like 4 hours? 4.5? So then I switched back to colors and did another speedrun because you've tainted me, and now I can't stop. But it wasn't a very good run. But as far as the second run went,
oh, something about the words "you've tainted me" just fills me with joy. Absolute joy.
I'm actually not subscribed to him. I should.
How dare you get me into speedrunning? 13? Okay.
Doing something insane that isn't going to be an immediate spoiler.
That's for 10.
I was gonna say, unskippable ad, thanks YouTube, now is not the time. That's awful.
Oh, so there's 14, but minus 113. I know somebody's mentioned that before, but I didn't know that's like an always rule of thumb. Do you still have yours going, Twain, or you're just gonna head over in that direction instead of, I don't know, how do we want to this? Oh, okay, so we can just both hit him at the same time. That works. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go see how Mega Harp is doing. He's playing Final Fantasy 15 tonight. Like I said, I'm not gonna hang out too super long, because I'm pretty sure he's, like, much further than I am. Like Nin says, we're gonna go to Mega Harv. He's playing Final Fantasy 15 blind, just like Nintagious is, which I think is a underappreciated, underrated. I like the game, and a lot of people don't, but I like the game. So we're gonna see how he's doing playing that game. I enjoy that game. I think more people would like it if it wasn't labeled a Final Fantasy game, I guess is the thing. So. Oh, Colors is good. I'm glad that don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I corrupted him. Ooh, what just happened with my restream? It just logged me out. Bicycles? God, I hate this shit. Joystick, you're not a robot. Shouldn't you be able to just fucking tell? I don't know. Well, whatever. You know what? I'm fucking just post it here. All right, YouTube. Of course. '06 is the worst. I agree with that. All right, so SLG raid. They already came in with the Nintagious raid. We'll double raid them. I'll be back Saturday with Smash. Maybe Friday with this, but probably not. I'm probably taking Friday off. If anything, I'll do this Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and chatting. Also, thank you to Final Place for the raid. I appreciate it. I'll be back. We'll finish this. Next non-Smash stream will be us finishing this. Then we'll start a link between worlds, and then we'll get into Trials and Tribulations. So that's the plan upcoming. So, all right, everyone, you have a good one. I'll see you next time. Wait, and thank you to Lightgazer for the 21 bucks. Fuck. Thank you to Lightgazer for the 21 bucks. We're gonna enjoy Jim Beam Vanilla in our finale. Thanks for the dono, dude. I appreciate it. All right, now I'm leaving. See you next time.
Was that so hard? I